It is a Friday before a long weekend, a long holiday weekend. Christmas is coming on Monday, and Monday will be the introduction of Andy Basham to the channel for the Jesus Revolution movie review. Thanks, Andy. But today, leading into the long weekend, I'm doing a solo review of Season's Greetings from Sliders, one of my all-time favorite shows growing up. So much love for this show, in fact, that when it moved to Sci-Fi on Monday nights, in conflict with the wrestling show Monday Night Raw, Sliders won out from my attention because of the level of possibilities that the show puts out there. The idea of traveling to parallel universes, dimensions, and seeing what options or the way life could be. So, I mean, it's like I said, I mean, wrestling is quite aspirational too, due to the idea of you getting to portray a larger than life character of your choice. But like I said, Sliders, it resonated with me, especially season 3. Big fan of season 3, and this Christmas special that came out in season 3. I'm gonna break it down after that open rolls. Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. Thank you. After that open rolls, enjoy the video. If you could, give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Enjoy. Sliders Season 3, Episode 12, Season's Greetings, ran 45 minutes. A mall that houses citizens in a land where Christmas is purely commercial. That sounds familiar. This is one of my all-time favorite TV shows. So many possibilities. That's what happens when you're able to go to parallel dimensions. It must be Christmas. I lost track of time. On Jungle World. That's a fun line from our star, Quinn Mallory, played by Jerry O'Connell. While in a chapel, a lady gives Professor Maximilian Arturo her baby. Then she runs off. She didn't give indications that she was gonna run off. She just says, "Hey, can you hold my baby for a moment?" But when the team realize that she did leave, they're now on the hunt. Professor gives Wade the baby, and Remy and Quinn see the mom get on a bus. That's when the open rolls. A preacher is not a fan of where the mother works, the Sky High Plaza. It may be in the clouds, but it is not heaven, is what the preacher says. Fun writing. And it goes to show his stance on not just this world, or not just that place, but how he views this world and how they commercialize the holiday season. The professor thinks he sees the mother quickly when they get to the Sky Mall, but he is mistaken. A man gets shocked by a light-up bracelet and is hauled off by security. Odd, but not uncommon for the weird stuff that happens for this crew of dimension hopping folk. They're hungry, but the mall doesn't take cash, only mall credit, and the person who can get all of these friends jobs and subsequently mall credit is Kelly Wells, Wade Wells' sister, and her dad, who is like a big wig within the mall. Only Wade doesn't exist on this world, so the father that she recognizes and the sister that she knows from the known world don't recognize her. When Wade meets up with her sister, who doesn't know who she is, we find out that it's because Wade was never born and her mother died in childbirth. Wade is convinced that she'll never make it home, and sadly I can confirm Wade is correct. I have watched this show, I don't know, far too many times, and yep, Wade Wells, you do not make it home, you never see your family again, it's sad times. Wade, Quinn, Remy, and Professor Arturo are all hired on as Santa and his helpers, but Kelly is into Quinn and has other plans for him. So quickly she makes him an offer that he doesn't refuse. Kelly finds a mall worker 3 weeks' pay for not spending enough money. This place is ridiculous. Kelly's dad is not happy his daughter is such a mean boss, but the top dog of this place takes her away before her dad can talk to her about his displeasure. Arturo is very educated. Santa is not into greedy kids, but he hasn't realized yet that this whole world values greed above all. I think that's one of the 7 deadly sins, and this one's like, deadly my behind, I'm all for it. Maximilian Arturo found Carol, the mother of the baby, and at this point it is revealed that the bracelet that shocked the man before is also on Carol, and they are basically prisoners of this mall when they can't pay back their debt upon request. Then a kid who heard about Santa giving out coal comes to the professor, sad that he has been bad, and this leads to Remy and Professor Arturo feeling like they can make a difference. The honest kid also wants to hear a story from Santa, like he told the greedy kid earlier. Quinn makes a joke, but Quinn Mallory has found out all of the BS about the shock bracelets and all this stuff that he's not a fan of about debt and being unable to pay it off. It's going to be quite the fight for them to help this world. Wade's not dad invites her to dinner and says she looks so much like Kelly, his daughter, that they could be related, not realizing that they sort of are, or in another world they are. Rembrandt is sucked into the commercialism on this world, and specifically the commercials on the TV. They are clearly in his head. We cut to Quinn and Kelly Wells relating over how Christmas is not as good as it should be after you lose a parent. And those are absolute facts. Kelly and this Sky Mall boss, I think his name was Ted. Something like that. Tad, Todd, I don't know. They're leaving San Francisco, and because he's getting a promotion, Quinn walks off and he can't seem to make her see that there is hope outside of this. Wade, the weight of this world that died at childbirth, that never was, it's all real sad stuff, and it makes it extra hard when Wade is with her not dad, and he is so heartbroken about the loss of his child and wife. Carol reveals to Arturo that her baby's name is Alexander, and I was like, that's pretty cool. Back to the Wade and her dad, or not dad stuff, having the heart-to-heart about her not sister. It's just interesting how that you can have such a quick, close relationship with somebody you just met, and at other times you can have no relationship with people you've known for quite some time. Quinn Mallory walks in on Rembrandt Brown wrapping gifts for his friends, but they end up arguing when Remy feels he needs to buy more gifts, and Remy bumps into Wade, and he invites her to go shopping, but they agree not to go shopping, which was good since Wade seems to have snapped Rembrandt out of his transfer, or that mindset to have to buy. Arturo explaining to Carol that his mother died protecting him in World War II while his dad was off fighting just really brings to light the heart of this show, because Arturo is just always so good at giving those meaningful speeches. The next day, Remy is still obsessed with the commercialism, and the team needs to get to work. It appears Quinn is suspicious of the advertisements, which he should be. Wade's dad, or not dad, is trying to keep his actual daughter from this world, but she's running away with Ted. This is for sure not the right choice by Kelly. Gifts equal love. Buying means love. That's what the ads are laced with, these subliminal messages. I love when the team comes to be on the same page. I always hate it when they're at odds with one another. They explain to Carol that the mall has basically been manipulating her and others by creating this brain drug with the subliminal advertising and then giving them the credit to be able to feed this addiction. And so by figuring it out, they think they'll be able to free her from this corruption that she's been stuck in with this debt. Wade gets Kelly on the side of the team by explaining to her that she is the sister she never had. Rembrandt and Arturo explain how giving is better than receiving, and teaching kids, not to be greedy, basically. That's what leads to Ted, the big boss man, coming in and threatening to fire them. Christmas today is all about cash flow. Cash flowing from them to me. I thought that was a very well-written and entertaining line. Kelly didn't know that Ted was coercing the populace to go into more debt than they could possibly ever afford. And I just love how in the 90s, every problem is either caused by or solved by the floppy disk. Kelly destroyed all the debt and deactivated all the little bracelets that were locking people into the Sky Mall. Kelly apologizes to her dad for becoming what her mom would have never liked. And later on, Kelly and Wade reminisce over photos of their mother. That's when Arturo and Carol talk about how life was when his father returned from the war. It's very good stuff. Professor Arturo asks Rembrandt to sing for the baby, Alexander, and he sings Silent Night. It's very nice. The team has to leave for their slide. They all wish the Wells a very Merry Christmas. Wade hugs her not dad and not sister goodbye before they jump. It was big fun. It was a 6 out of 5 star spectacular Christmas special. I just love it when people can make a difference, and that's what the team did, and I'm a big fan of it. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and come back to the channel this Monday for the debut of Andy Basham on the channel from his channel, Drive Train. And we will be reviewing Jesus Revolution on Christmas Day. Thank you. Later.